there, EH Hope you're doing well. This is Unscripted, and as usual, I think everything looks pretty good today. I kind of got it all lined up, and it's looking good. All right, I actually even cleaned up. I look a little good today as opposed to how I've been looking for the past couple of days. It's not been pretty over here. All right, so what's Unscripted? It is me with few notes talking shit. Let's be honest, talking shit. I'm a Gen Xer. I like to talk shit. I don't take shit either. This video is about, I don't really know how to start it, so I'm just going to blurt it out there. Right now, if you're a small home solopreneur business, entrepreneur, what have you, you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. All right. It's really hard to run the business. There's a lot of challenges to running your business. You're struggling and fighting more than ever. And it has been, I ain't gonna lie, it's been about 20 years worth of struggles. All right. It's been up and down, up and down, up and down. And it seems like the down parts are getting shorter and the up parts, the horror chart, the longer drama is getting longer. And that can leave you feeling burnout. That can leave you feeling stressed out, anxiety, all of those good things. All right. Oh, those good things. And so, if you're like me, there are times where I wake up in the middle of the night and I think, I don't know if I can take this anymore. I don't know if I can do this. I can't get up every day and continue to fight. I don't know if I have the energy left to do it. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, if you know who I am, you know that you're in the same boat. I feel like I've talked to enough people over the past couple of months to know that we're all feeling the same way. And the refrain that keeps coming up is, I don't know what I would do if I don't do this. I don't have a ton of money in the bank. Things are running down. I've got all this debt to pay. There's a little bit of interest, but nobody's like signing on the dotted line. I'm not getting any deposits. What do I do? And so there's this tendency for us to think, okay, well, I can just jump back into industry. All right. And I've fallen into that myself. I'm like, well, I'll just take an industry job again. Fuck it. I'll be a creative director somewhere or an art director, and I'll just sit back. I'll get my paycheck, do this, do that. Life will be great. I won't have to worry about making the bills and paying things. And to that I say, good luck. Good luck. If you're like me, you are now spramped. You are stuck between a rock and a hard place. And there's a reason for that. I am not a spring chicken. I'm an older Gen Xer. I'm Gen X, close to being a boomer, but I'm a Gen Xer. All right. So that means I'm in my 60s. I'm 60, actually. I can't believe I said that to people, but I admitted it. I am 60. That does not make me appealing to the design industry in any way, shape, or form. No day, no day. I am like kryptonite to them, because to them I am old, I'm out of touch, I don't understand how things operate, I don't understand how to speak to the kids, so to speak. All they see me as is old white guy. That's what I am. I'm an old white guy. They don't understand the value that I bring to it. Now, the other side of that is they also see us as potentially being difficult. All right. I admit it. I can be very difficult at times. And I can give you a list of names of people who will back that up. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm a punker. I grew up in the 80s. The 80s was my time. I'm always ready to question authority and question things and push back as much as I need to. Until I feel comfortable with something. I do tend to do a lot of assumption reversal on people that they don't know that's happening. So there'll be times where I would be in a meeting and they'd say, let's do this. And I'd be like, but what about if this happens? And then I'd be branded difficult. But that's the problem, is they see us as, you've been running your own business. You've been doing your own thing. You haven't been answering to a boss. Clients are a boss. And not only have I been answering to one client, at most times I'm juggling 5 or 6 projects at one time. All right. 5 or 6 projects at one time. That means that's at least 5 or 6 bosses I have to answer to. all of them thinking that they are the only client that I have. All right. So if I was in that position of hiring people, I'd look at them and say, well, look, this person's really good at time management. They're really good at yeah. But that's not how industry sees it. All right. They also see us as wanting to be expensive. And let's be honest, we are. All right. I'm an expensive bitch. All right. I come with a price tag. I freely admit it. Because I've put in the time, I've put in the effort. I know how to do, as I put on one of my resume, or put on a resume a couple of months ago, I was looking for a quick side gig and somebody wanted a resume, so I had to throw one together. And it was like, my tagline was, I get shit done. Like that's what I do. But they don't see it that way. All right. They don't see it that way. They see us as very old, very expensive, that we're going to want insurance. We're only going to work from 9 to 5. We won't want to work Yeah, I don't want to do any of that. Did I mention I'm fucking 60? I don't want to do that. But what I bring to the table is so much more. Now, the other side of it is that they don't really want to pay you. Like, it is really disgusting that I see design jobs that about 5-10 years ago would have been paying $35 to $45 minimum an hour, minimum, are now like $17. We'll pay you $17. And the laundry list of shit they want from these employees is just like staggering. Like, you scroll through it and you're like, holy shit, no one has all of this. No one's going to willing to do that. Sadly, there is. Someone will do it. So those are our problems as being older consumers. So we can't, or older business owners, we can't really jump out of our business. We are kind of stuck where we are. All right. I mean, sure, we can close it all down and go work at McDonald's, but that's not going to pay the bills. And you're going to work harder and you're going to be more miserable than you would now. So what are our options? Honestly, there ain't a lot. One of the things that helps me now, I know that it's not necessarily like money in your pocket, but join my tribe, be part of the group, get in touch, because we're going to start doing like group chat sessions, discussion groups and things. I do feel better when I talk to people in the same boat. I mean, it doesn't get me a new client. It doesn't bring it. But what it does do is I feel energized afterwards. I feel less weight upon me, and therefore I have more I don't want to say aggression. I am a bit more motivated. Let's go with motivated. That's a better word. I'm more motivated to then say, okay, I can tackle this. I can do this. I can figure out ways to get around it. Now, the other problem with this is one of the other things that I used to do heavily back in the day. It's a little harder with where my business is now as far as education and learning. But I used to network like fucking crazy. That is a very expensive endeavor. All right. It's a very expensive endeavor. I don't know what it is to join, but the last time I joined a group was before the pandemic. So like 2018, 2017, something like that. All right. Maybe 2019. Somewhere around there. And it was like $700 just to join the branch group. And then every month, I think the chapter was like $200, $100 something. And granted, you got a breakfast with it, but it was a lot of money. All right. And to come up with that every month, which is side note, which is why networking doesn't work for a lot of people, but that's a whole separate video. That's a lot to come up with every month if money isn't coming in. All right. So I kind of wanted to develop alternatives to networking, traditional networking, because I do believe word of mouth marketing can work. I've even done courses on it. I've done basics on it. I got mini courses, you name it. I believe it can work, just not the way it is now, which is one of the reasons that I'm trying to get these like less formal networking groups started so that we can kind of develop personalities where they just kind of really get to know each other. So make sure you follow me, because join the tribe. Go on my website, join.ehhoward.com, and we can start getting these going. Because as I said, it feels somewhat better once I've talked to people. All right. I feel like I'm not in the same boat. I am in the same boat, and that, you know, together as a group, we feel more empowered. All right. Now, as far as getting more clients, it depends on your business. You know, if you're relying on foot traffic and there's no foot traffic, there's not a lot you can do. Even if you go on social media, you're going to get some people to come in, maybe, you know, a handful, but that's not what you need as much as you did before. Like you need massive numbers to make this happen, to make this work. And so that's not going to balance things out. But social media is, you got to be on there. You got to start talking to people. You got to start working with people. You got to get them to engage with you. Make content. You know, there are things that we can do. There are ways we can help each other that can really, really, really move the needle for us and help us feel like we're not stuck in where we're at. All right. Kind of getting a little long in the tooth here, and I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut it off here. But this is a constant conversation that I think we need to always have. I think we need to delve back into it every so often. But like I said, I feel like there is safety in numbers, so to speak. So join my tribe. Let's start getting together with and especially if you're local, Orange County, California, get in touch with me. Let's start getting together. Let's have a coffee somewhere. Let's, you know, have dinner together and talk business. One of the things I wanted to do before the pandemic, I'm going to try and get it, and I'm going to try and get this in quickly, was these sort of supper clubs where we could get together, have dinner, just to get to know each other, maybe talk a little bit of business. But I feel like getting to know each other and getting to know the person that is the business will lead to more business. But I want to talk about that in another video, I guess. All right. Like I said, jump on over to join.ehhoward.com. While you're there, there's all kinds of great stuff. There's some free content. There's all kinds of worksheets and mini courses, very affordable mini courses, to help you get where you need to go. You name it, it's there. All of my old content is there on the YouTube page, so definitely check that out. Make sure you like and follow me. I'm E.H. Howard everywhere. Do not forget to join the tribe at join.ehhoward.com so we can start interfacing. All right. I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure I covered more than enough. So, all right. I will see you in the next video. Have a good day, and you're not alone. Bye.